Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create MemberPress member on ThriveCart bump purchase. So if you're running a business or you're selling a product on ThriveCart, then this video is definitely for you. So over here, our objective is that as soon as a new bump purchase is made in our ThriveCart account, automatically a member should be created in our MemberPress account too. To do this, we are going to create a connection between ThriveCart and MemberPress. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger in action. For trigger, we are going to use ThriveCart, and for action, we are using MemberPress. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to create MemberPress member on ThriveCart bump purchase. To do this, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But I'm going to click on sign in because I am an existing user. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, I'm going to click on this button right over here which is create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as create MemberPress member on ThriveCart bump purchase, and then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger in action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is ThriveCart because I want that as soon as a new purchase, a bump purchase is made in my ThriveCart account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for ThriveCart and select ThriveCart. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select bump purchase. And then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your ThriveCart account, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then it is asking you for the token. So we are going to read the help desk and it is saying enter the API key here. You can get the API key from your ThriveCart account from the API and webhook section available under the settings session. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink right over here to directly open my API and webhook session. And over here you can see that I have directly opened this API and webhook option because I have already logged in my ThriveCart account once. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. And as soon as you are going to click on this hyperlink, it will redirect you to this. And now we are going to click on this API key view settings. So over here you can see all the API keys that I have created. So if you wish to create a new API key, you can click on create API key, but I'm going to use this testing. So I'm going to click on view full key and copy this key right from here. And then we are going to paste this key in our workflow. And now after pasting the key, we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our ThriveCart account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the bump. So to let you know what we have to select over here, first we are going to open our ThriveCart. And over here you can see all the products that I am selling. And over here you can see advanced PHP. So first I'm going to open this product. I'm going to copy this URL and then we are going to paste this URL in a new tab. And over here you can see that this is my product checkout page. And over here you can see that with the advanced PHP course, another course is also offered which is MySQL. So over here bump purchase means that whenever I am selling in single course, for example over here I am selling advanced PHP, I am also offering another course which is MySQL as an offer or as in discount. So over here my bump is MySQL. So I'm going back to my workflow and over here for the bump I am going to select MySQL because this is my bump product. And now for the product status, I'm going to keep it as test mode only. If you are doing this in live mode, you can click on live mode also. And after doing this, we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that it is saying waiting for response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So we have to do a test submission in order to capture the webhook response. So we are going to do a dummy or the test submission. So I'm going to open my product, and over here you can see that this is my bump purchase. So I'm going to fill in the details and purchase this. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as user, email as demo@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this, and then for the address, I'm going to use new street, city as Bhopal, state as Madhya Pradesh, and a dummy pin code, which is this. And after entering all these details, I'm going to click on continue. And now it is asking me for the shipping address, so we are going to keep it as same. So I'm going to fill it in. And now after filling all this, I'm going to click on continue. And now we are going to enter the card number, the expiry, and the CVC. And then we are going to click on complete order. And yes, you can see that it is processing my payment. So we are going to wait for a second. And yes, you can see that we have successfully purchased the products. Over here with the advanced PHP course, we have got the MySQL course as a bump product. So this means that we have successfully did a test submission. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of the test submission or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here you can see all the details. So I'll show you the details. Over here you can see the address name, the address state, the zip code, the address line 1, the country, and the city. So this means that my trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select MemberPress because I want to create a new member as soon as a new bump purchase is made in my ThriveCart. So I'm going to search for MemberPress and select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as create member because we want to create a new member. And then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see, again, it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your MemberPress account, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, again, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then it will ask you for the API key and the site URL. So to get this, I'm going to open my WordPress account. So over here, I opened my WordPress account because MemberPress is a plugin of WordPress. So over here, you can see that this is my MemberPress dashboard. And from here, we are going to read the help desk. And it is saying you can get the API key from MemberPress, developers, and then REST API. So I'm going to open it again. And from here, we are going to go on developers. So over here, you can see developers. So I'm going to open it. And now after opening this, over here you can see REST API. So I'm going to again open this. And over here you can see that this is our API key. So I'm going to regenerate this API key. And then we are going to copy this key and then we are going to paste this in our workflow. And now it is asking me for the site URL. So for the site URL, again I'm going to open my MemberPress account. And from here we are going to copy the site URL till this. So we are going to copy this and then we are going to paste it in our workflow. Over here you can see that I copied it till VP3 only because it is saying do not include VP admin or VP login. So over here you can see that after this was /VP admin. So that's why I didn't include this. And then after pasting the site URL and API key, we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our MemberPress account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email, the username, first name, and another details. So we are going to map these details. Mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected ThriveCart as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as I'm going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new bump purchase made. And also my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. So over here I'm going to open the response and then search for email. As you can see that this is the email demo@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to map this. And now it is asking me for the username. So I'm going to keep the username as email only. So I'm going to search for email again and map the email. And then we are going to move on forward. We are going to map the first name. So I'm going to search for name. Over here you can see the first name. So we are going to map this. And now we are going to do same for the last name. So I'm going to search for last name. Over here you can see the last name. So I'm going to map this. And now it is asking me for the password. So we are going to leave this field as blank because this is not the required field. And now it is saying send welcome email. So I'm going to keep it as false. If you wish, you can also keep it as true. And then we are going to move on forward. It is saying send password email. So I'm going to keep it as false. And now it is asking me for the address. So I'm going to map the address. I'm going to search for address right over here and map the address. And then we are going to map the city. So I'm going to search for city and then we are going to map the city. And now we are going to do same for the state. So I'm going to search for state and map the state. Same for the zip. I'm going to search for zip right over here and map the zip. And then same for the country. I'm going to search for country and map the shipping address country. After mapping all these details, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that a new member has been added to our MemberPress with the details of our bump purchase made in ThriveCart. So I'm going to open my MemberPress account and check that if a new member has been added or not. And yes, you can see a new member has been added, demo. Over here you can see the same email address that we entered with the same ID. Over here you can see the ID 2997. So this is the same ID we got in our workflow. So this means that my workflow is successful, but I'll just test the workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my ThriveCart, copy this URL and again paste this URL. So this time we are going to do a new purchase with the new name and new details. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as test. Last name as user only, email as testuser@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And then for the address, we are going to keep it as Old Street this time. For the city, we are going to keep it as Indore, state as Madhya Pradesh, and the pin code as this. And after entering all these details, we are going to again click on continue. And over here, we are going to use the same shipping address. So I'm going to keep it as Old Street, Indore, and the same zip code. And then we are going to click on continue. Again, we are going to enter the card details and then click on complete order. And yes, you can see that we have successfully purchased this order again. So I'm going to open my MemberPress account and check that if a new member has been created with the name test user or not. This time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. As soon as we purchase this, automatically a new member should be created. So I'm going to open my MemberPress and then we are going to refresh this page. And over here you can see username test user, email testuser@pabblytudes.com. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected ThriveCart. For the trigger event, we selected bump purchase. For the action application, we selected MemberPress. And then for the action event, we selected create member, because I wanted that as soon as a new bump purchase is made in our ThriveCart account, automatically a member should be created in my MemberPress account too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the 2 members I created during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.